Dear students, today we shall discuss the next type of hydraulic circuit, that is regenerative cylinder circuit. So here in the figure you can see that one port is blocked here. It consists of directional control valve with three different types of arrangements. We can note that the pipelines to both ends of hydraulic cylinder are connected in parallel and that one of the ports of four-way valve is blocked. Fluid flows through the directional control valve via the right envelope during retraction. So when the right envelope is under operation, the fluid flows through the cylinder through the rod end. And if the fluid any present in the cylinder in the piston end, that will be bypassed to the tank or sump. So you can see from the figure clearly. So when the directional control valve is shifted into its left envelope configuration, the cylinder extends. So here you can see that the speed of extension is greater than that for regular double acting cylinder because flow from the rod end regenerates with pump flow to provide a total flow rate which is greater than the normal pump flow rate of the cylinder. So when the left envelope configuration is under use, you can see that the pump pressure line is connected to the both sides of the cylinder. So during this condition what happens is that the cylinder will extend and the fluid present in the rod end, it will rejoin the fluid which is moving towards the piston end, and the speed of the extension of the piston, it will be more than that of the normal double acting cylinder. So this is how they will achieve the regenerative cylinder circuits. Next type of the circuit is meter in circuit. In the figure you can see that in directional control valve there are two different arrangements. There is a pump flow and there is a cylinder, and you can see that there is a flow control valve and check valve towards the piston end of the cylinder. You can see from the figure clearly there is a flow control valve and check valve towards the piston end of the cylinder. So the purpose of flow control valve, as the name itself says, it is a device which controls the inlet flow. That is, it will control the amount of oil flowing towards it. Also a check valve, it will allow the fluid to pass in one direction and it will stop the fluid to pass in another direction or opposite direction. So now we shall see how does this operates. Cylinder speeds can be controlled with the use of flow control valves. So the use of flow control valves to control the inlet flow to the cylinder, hence the speed control is termed meter in control. So here meter in is we are controlling the extension of the cylinder here. The operation of the cylinder to control its extension speed is explained with the respect to two valve positions. When the DCV is actually actuated manually to its left envelope position. So when the left envelope position is under operation, the fluid from the pressure line is directed towards the piston end port of the cylinder through flow control valve. You can note that there is check valve which is in closed position and flow is forced to pass through the metering orifice. So here the check valve, it will not allow fluid to pass in the direction. So the fluid has to pass only through FCV, flow control valve, and in the flow control valve the amount of fluid that has to be flowed is already set to the required pressure, and thus we are controlling the flow of the fluid to extend the cylinder. So that is called meter in. Thus depending upon the orifice opening, the flow is metered to the inlet port. Hence the extending speed of the cylinder is controlled. When the DCV is actuated manually to its right envelope mode. So now we are going to activate DCV for right envelope mode. The flow lines are reversed. The pressure line is directed to the rod end port of the cylinder, while piston end port is connected to the tank line. So as you can see in the figure, the figure shown is at the right envelope mode. So the piston is directed towards the rod end and the piston side of the cylinder, it is directed towards the sump end. The cylinder starts retracting as the flow enters the rod end port, and at the same time the flow from the piston end passes through the flow control valve. So you can note that the check valve opens out, thus the flow bypasses the orifice valve and passes through the least resistance path, that is through the check valve without any restriction. So now the oil is passing through the check valve, it is not passing through the flow control valve. By flow control valve, the small amount of fluid it is passing with less velocity, and in the check valve, now the check valve will allow the fluid to pass through it in this direction. So the entire amount of fluid it will pass through the check valve, and thus retraction of the cylinder takes place with its highest design speed, that is the speed for which the cylinder was designed, it will move with that speed. Thus here in this meter in circuit we are only controlling the extension of the cylinder, that is meter in. We are only controlling the extension speed of the cylinder. We are not going to control the retraction speed of the cylinder here. So you can observe this in this meter in circuit. So next type of circuit is meter out circuit. So here the operation of the cylinder to control its extension speed is explained with the respect to two valve positions. So here also the operation of the cylinder to control its extension speed is explained with respect to two valve positions. When the DCV is actuated manually to its left envelope mode, the flow from the pressure line is directed directly to the piston end of the cylinder. So when the DCV is actuated to left envelope mode, the pressure flow it is directed towards the piston end of the cylinder. Also the rod end of the cylinder it is directed towards the sump end. As the cylinder extends, the fluid from the rod end of the cylinder is forced out of the port. So here we are extending the cylinder. Any fluid present in the rod end, it will be forced out through the flow control valve. Since there is a flow control valve, the flow has to pass through it and there is a restriction to flow. The flow rate is metered. So here the restriction for flow is generated and the flow rate is controlled. Though the piston is pushing the fluid with full force, it is resisted by the flow control valve, hence the extension speed is controlled. Also you can note that the check valve it will not allow the fluid to pass in this direction. Note that there is a check valve along with FCV. It is one-way valve and remains closed, and the fluid is forced out of rod end port to the tank line. When the directional control valve is actuated to the right envelope mode, so the mode which is shown in the figure, the flow lines are reversed. The pressure line is directed to the rod end and the piston end is connected to the tank line. So you can see from the figure it is clearly shown. The fluid under pressure enters the rod end through the FCV and bypasses along the check valve. So here now check valve will allow the flow of fluid in this direction, and there is no restriction of flow through the check valve, and the fluid enters the cylinder with full design speed. Also the piston and the rod it will retract with highest design speed. So this type of circuit is known as meter out circuit. So in meter out circuit, the flow control valve and check valve they are connected to the rod end, as you can see from the figure. But in case of meter in circuits, the flow control valve and check valve they are connected towards the piston end of the cylinder. So this is the only difference in meter in and meter out circuits. Thank you guys.